Tired of that same old breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Same old tasting scrambled eggs, burger, that dinner steak, ribs, or pork chops. Why not add a little bit of spice or just a touch of heat to make the difference? Change that scrambled egg with a little bit of Johnny Fabulous's John Cena Sr.'s $1,000,000 jalapeno hot sauce. Great on burgers, steaks, chops, and those barbecued ribs.
Do you treat your dog as part of the family? Well, so do we. So why not celebrate your pup's birthday with the ultimate party box? Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Party Pup Info, and let us make your pup's party or any celebration perfection.
Megyn Kelly speaks pretty intelligently. She's
Very.
She's still a lawyer. Maybe she's a former lawyer.
Right.
And, I got to be honest with you. There's nothing more difficult than, well, not difficult, but beautiful women with a sharp tongue are very dangerous.
I love them.
Yeah, you love them, right? They shred you, and you don't even know what's coming, man.
That sharp tongue.
Oh, boy.
So we were talking, before we get into it, Dave, we were talking, Jimmy is married to the widow of Wahoo McDaniel.
Did you got to think about that, don't you? I can see that.
That is that, right?
Yeah.
And isn't it amazing in this wrestling world that you could have two ordinary guys, two old guys can have some kind of show that gets a little bit popular, and then they end up marrying some famous wrestler's wife. Pretty amazing.
Why not? Why not?
I'm not old. I look like Shawn Michaels. Leave me alone.
Dave, how was your relation? How was you look like Shawn Michaels? I didn't even catch that one.
Actually, I look better than Shawn Michaels nowadays. Leave me alone.
All right. See this watch?
Oh, God.
Watch?
Yeah.
All right. I bet Wahoo. And guess what? Wahoo lost. And so I have the watch.
Wow.
What was the bet over?
Thank you.
Believe it or not, a football game.
Oh, God. Did he pick the Jets? That's always a mistake. Something I said? Oy.
Terrible.
Truth.
David, being part of Crockett Promotions, right?
Yes.
Did you ever think pro wrestling would get as enormous as it is today in 2025?
Ooh.
Not as big as it is today. I knew it would be huge. Just the ability that the entertainment world and the television and streaming has taken wrestling and the form of entertainment it is and exploded. Our wrestlers are entertainers, and they have morphed themselves into anything and everything, from movies, commercials, figurines, all sorts of merchandise. It's just, and it's great to see. For so many years, we have been chastised and we have been put in the closet. I hate to say it. It's like being gay. If wrestling, and it's the closet sport. And, it's my father, prime example. I had friends that they were members of the country club. And I asked one time, Dad, why aren't we? And he said, son, it's the business that we're in. Pure and simple. We are in the entertainment business overall, but wrestling has the stigma of what people look down on, that it is not even second rate. It is third rate. It's below them. This is the uneducated. It's the people that cannot read, that cannot write, that they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground, which is totally wrong. If you look at television ratings, that wrestling over the years dominated television. Every program director that they would come to us, and this is when I was a kid. GHP and High Point, we'd have a wrestling show in Charlotte, and program director and High Point would say, "Hey, Mr. Crockett, I've got this hour before my news on Saturday, and I'd love to have your wrestling show. Can you provide me an hour?" Sure. I have 15 minutes of commercial time. I take 5, you take 10. Is that okay? You pay shipping back, I pay shipping in. Okay, boom. That's it. Handshake.
Wow.
Nothing else. We ended up with 82 stations over the nation eventually. 82 stations. Program directors from local stations go out and they call back. "Hey, I've got this situation." Boom. "Can you send me a program?" "Sure. No problem."
Now, David, did you have a background in television at all? Or was it just you were learning on the fly?
Learning on the fly. I love I daydreamed. It's like Peter Pan. You see people fly, and you watch television, and you see the camera move, and then you go back in the control room and you watch the director punching it and telling you, the viewer, the story, and he's talking to the audio guy, do this, do that, and talking to them before and after, and talking to the camera people, this and telling them, all right, when you take a close up, as soon as you take that close up, you start pulling out, especially with wrestling, because they're going to move. They're not going to stay there. They're going to move. And if the studio camera is catching them coming across the ring, okay, he's got you as he comes across that. He's got that camera, and as soon as he hits, he goes to the high camera so you can see the whole thing, so he can see what's going on. Then he'll drop back down. So he's telling this whole story back and forth, and you feel the movement. And also the audio guys, you're feeling the movement too. It's just this whole wonderful world of make believe that you want to get across to the audience.
Well, David, the family name